Good afternoon, everybody. We are here at the office of Dr. Rich Constantine. I am joined by the 3D Dentist Bus Tour, and we are all wearing our outfits except for Erin.
I changed.
Who decided to change. I think she was trying to make an impression on this young fella here.
I don't know why she wanted that.
But, all right, enough talking about me. What's up, Rich?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me. I'm good.
Are you kidding me? You're having us. But that's awesome. We're going to have you on the bus here in a little bit. So let's start by, who is Rich Constantine outside of the dancing dentist stuff?
So I'm a dentist and owner of Constantine Dental. My wife and I have been in Greenville for the past 9 years. Grew up in southwestern Pennsylvania, went to dental school at West Virginia University. And after a tour of the South, my wife and I decided Greenville was the place for us.
Talk to us about your practice a little bit. I mean, listen, so let me get to the chase here,
yeah,
okay?
Sure.
So here's what happened. We pose, and I'm sure, I don't know how much of this you hear or see, but a lot of it is there's this jealousy in our profession, and it's do you deserve the recognition that you're getting? Do you not get it? Do you feel that you're getting? How are your friends been with you on this stuff? Your dental friends?
My dental friends think it's hilarious because they know my personality, and it's not like me to jump out and do something like that. So the attention that all this has garnered has been a little bit uncomfortable for me, but I'm trying to get used to it and have fun with it.
You fake it well.
Thank you very much.
So, okay, on that note, I mean, I don't know why none of these guys are talking, but on that note, how did all this come about? Was it planned, unplanned? How'd this start?
So we like to do some fun stuff here every now and then, just to kind of give our patients an idea of what we're like outside of, the professionalism that we exhibit here in the office. And my team members have been encouraging me to do the Shiggy Challenge, which was the In My Feelings Challenge. So I went and I waited till they went to lunch one day, set up my camera in the hallway, and I filmed myself doing it because I knew I would be too embarrassed to do it in front of them. And when they got back, I said, "Is this good?" And they were like, "Oh my gosh, yeah." And they put it on social media, and it just it took off.
How long did it take? Not the filming part, for it to go crazy.
It got up to 1 million views after the first night, and by the second day, we were hitting over 5 million.
And then when did the craziness start at the office, where people were calling and patients were calling, and your wife was like, "I need to keep you away from people," and stuff like that?
So we did it. I did it at lunch on Thursday. It went viral that night, and by the next morning, we only worked a half a day that Friday, but we had over 60 new patient phone calls the next day. The craziest thing that's happened to all of this was the invitation to go on Steve Harvey. But as far as phone calls
Not Good Morning America?
Well, Good Morning America was awesome too. But when it went into a trip to LA for us, that was pretty cool. We had a few Kikis call the office. That was
what are Kikis?
So Kiki is the
Kiki. Is that an animal?
Kiki's the name of the girl referenced in the song.
Oh, that's like a human being named Kiki?
I don't know if it's a real human being, but that's who Drake talks about in the song.
So they called, or
they call and say, "Hey, this is Kiki."
Acting like
that was me calling. Did you ever get in touch with Drake or any of that stuff? You got a belt, I believe, right?
Yeah, we.
Where's this belt at, man? I want to wear it.
You want to go get the belt?
I want to wear this. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to wear the belt.
When they go out.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh my God.
If you put that on, you have to dance.
The question is, will it fit me? It's the first question, okay?
Wow.
So I'm talking about. Damn, that thing's heavy. That's what I'm talking about. This is Ric Flair at Woo! I'm a one-time champion. All right, we're gonna keep working.
Would you say that, do you think you'll do more videos like that in the future for patients and doing stuff, or would you encourage other dentists to try to get involved? Like, the authenticity obviously has to help.
Yeah, I think doing stuff like that. I mean, because let's be honest, not many people look forward to coming to see us. So I think anytime you let them
I don't know what you're doing to your patients. My patients all dying to see me.
I think anytime you do something to let them into your personality, it does wonders. We have patients come in and go, "I never knew that about you, that you like to dance." And I was like, "Yeah, usually just weddings after a couple in me, but I think I would encourage all dentists to kind of let loose every now and then.
Well, I think it shows the human side of you, but one thing you have done with all of the attention is garner it for good for dentistry.
Yeah.
And can you talk about what you've been doing with that?
Yeah. I think we haven't, just tried to keep the focus on us. We're really trying to encourage people out there to seek the care that they may have been putting off because they haven't had a chance to get to know the type of people that may be in their area that they could
A relationship.
Yeah, to build a relationship. And we encourage patients, it doesn't need to be us necessarily. We would love if it was us and we had that opportunity. But, if you're in a practice where you don't feel like you're treated as an individual, or you feel like, you just don't feel like you're getting the care that you need, branch out, because there's someone out there that's going to take the time.
How'd you get into dentistry? What made you want to be a dentist?
So both my wife's family and my family, everyone's in education, either administrators or teachers. But my dad had some close friends that were dentists, and my dentist and orthodontist growing up were two people that I looked up to because they were successful athletes in college before they went on to dentistry. And so having spent time with them in the dental chair and with my braces, I got to talk to them about a lot of that stuff. So they were just guys I always looked up to, and I knew I wanted to do something in science and medicine, but I saw how they were able to work with their hands and change people's lives, and it always just seemed like a happy place to go.
So Rich, what took you so long to kind of finally make the decision to jump in ownership? I mean, 6 years is a long time to go kind of through associate.
Sully's just like dumbfounded by this.
But it's curious on like what was the big things that made you finally say this is the time, now let's do it and go forward? Because that's a big question people ask: is how do I know when I'm ready?
Yeah.
I think in my case it was a little bit of paralysis by analysis, just making sure all my ducks were in a row,
Sure.
and wanting everything to fall into place. And I mean, you want to be confident in what you do, but confidence comes through preparation, and I just didn't want there to be any lack of care that I could provide to patients. So I wanted to make sure that my feet were under me. I had a lot of continuing ed and the types of care that I wanted to provide for my patients. And not only that, the business side of it. I mean, I feel like it takes several years to learn your craft before you introduce a whole other realm of responsibility.
So what was like the hardest part of that transition when going from that into ownership, that first 6 months of being an owner? What do you look back on and you're like, gosh, didn't see that coming?
I think
The dance challenge.
the dance challenge. I think that so many people told me that it was a bad decision to start a practice from scratch. And I continued to work a few days a week as an associate, but that was the point where I had to make the decision was, do I believe in myself enough to know that I can build this on my own? And there were days where we sat around and did nothing. We just talked about, moving forward and planning the practice. We would take long lunches, we would take field trips, we would deliver goodies to other offices, and that's all we did. There'd be 3 or 4 patients on the schedule.
That many?
Yeah. But
I went weeks like that. Are you kidding me?
But what that allowed me to do was spend that extra time with patients, and they appreciated it so much that they told other people about it. And the more I've practiced, the more I've learned that the most important thing I can give to somebody is my time.
What are we doing to make things more affordable for our patients, economically?
So we here at the office, we do have for patients that don't have insurance, we do a membership plan.
How's that going for you?
It's going well. A lot of people are very respectful that we would even
Are you
consider
third-partying that, or are you administering yourself?
We administrate it ourselves.
What about payment plans and things like that?
Payment plans, we will break the payments up into phases. It helps with the implant surgeries because we can, half, and the healing phase and whatnot. We just ask for full payment before the tooth's restored. little things like that.
Well, one suggestion I can make to you is to implement maybe a 6-month payment plan, where and I think almost everybody here is doing it, where we allow our patients to make payments over 6 months, automated on file.
Okay.
So because the typical implant takes 6 months by the time you from beginning to end to get them their tooth, and you can automate it, and you can do a down payment part, and then instead of having to do half, because half's still a lot of money for most people, you can do it in 6 along the way, and to make it a little bit more affordable. And that extends to really all the dentistry that we're doing in the practice, different things to make it a little bit easier.
You need to value your time too, and not just spend your time trying to get the patients.
That's a challenge.
Recognize it. I think
that's a challenge for me too.
Yeah, I think you think too much.
I do.
It's a challenge for a lot of us.
But is it a challenge that we don't believe in our team, or is it a challenge because we're so anal that we're not willing to let it go?
I think, I really don't know.
It's both, I think, to some degree.
It's always a combination of both, but with certain people, it's one way or the other. Yeah. My guess is you have team that push you a little bit, right?
Yeah.
You know, so it's probably not a team issue. It's probably more of a Rich issue.
I have had on several occasions where my office manager says, you need to charge for this, where I otherwise probably would have.
Get out of the way, man. All right, let's talk about the foundation.
Yeah.
What is all this attention? What are you? How are you going to do? What are you going to do with that?
So,
besides get patients.
What we're trying to do is basically to just continue along the path of positivity, and we wanted to do something good with it. So we created a foundation called Smile on Cancer, and what we do with Smile on Cancer is all donations made to the foundation, we put that towards cancer-specific organizations for 2 purposes: research and improving the lives of not only the patient, but the patient's families that are going through all of this.
I saw on Steve Harvey that you were you have like a website where people can donate money.
Yeah.
If you can't donate time, then
we have
donate money.
the smileoncancer.org website where you can make donations directly. But if you want some fun gear, you can
We got swag. We got swag. Because I'm thinking I could have a mean.
There's some swag.
If you go to Dr. Rich Constantine, drrichconstantine.com, you can get some merchandise. But I was thinking, we're in such a unique position I think a lot of people realize we have the skill to rebuild a smile, but I think where the fun part comes in is why not give people a reason to smile at the same time, because we can build the most beautiful smile on a patient, but if they don't have a reason to show it, they're never going to experience the full benefit of it.
You know what I would love? I'm just thinking off the top of my head is, what I think would be beautiful is we could have a day where there's 50 dentists across the country all doing smile makeovers on hybrids on a single day.
Smile
whatever, Smile on Cancer and we can get 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, whatever number, even 10. We don't have to drink that big. We can just say, we
the 3 of us right here, we'll do it with you. We'll pick a day, we'll do it.
And we can leverage it. I mean, and I'm dead serious about it because, one of the most important day I have at my office every year is the day we do free extractions for our community. Something as simple as an extraction. Okay, and I try to get this message out there more. Is if I walked into your practice and I needed a tooth taken out, what's the typical fee for that?
$150
plus the exam.
150, yeah.
Plus the X-ray.
Right.
So now we're at $200, $250, right? Before we know it, the average person in this country makes $10 to $12 an hour. That person's going to work 20 hours just to have a tooth taken out. And for the day that we can give as a community, and we can take out 100, 200, 300 teeth, we can hit that many patients in a single day. I mean, that's really helping people.
I think I told you I lost my dad to cancer almost 3 years ago now. So I think it has affected a lot of people in this country, and I think you easily be able to get a lot of support for that. So it's pretty cool what you're doing.
Thank you.
Anything else we can help you with, Rich? You're afraid of us, I think, a little bit, maybe.
No, this has been great.
Get some tacos.
Yeah. Let's get some
No, we gotta take a tour of the office. We gotta go work out. I gotta get a little exercise. We gotta give him some prizes. Let's give you this
prize pack.
Thank you.
To all our
tell me what's in it.
Rich, thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, this is
we
great.
appreciate it. Thank you.
We really appreciate having you guys. You want to tell me what's in here?
No, open it up. Let's open it up and see.
Well, off the bat, we have
I didn't pack it, just so you know. Okay?
Seltra Duo.
It's actually packed well.
Here you go.
Meredith Cooper packed that, and Liz Owens and Whitney Griffin packed that. So we have a Central Seltra. By the way, are you using Seltra Duo?
Yeah.
You know, it's a good block,
Yeah, it's a
man. I
good
like
block.
it.
Yeah.
I've moved to it. Johnny would know all kinds of stuff about Seltra Duo.
He knows the chemistry.
Yeah, so fantastic. It'll have some cement in there, some Colibra cement, some bonding agent as well. So
Prime
that's
Bond
there.
Elect.
Prime Bond Elect, fantastic bonding agent. Seltra is actually the material we've changed to in our practice almost exclusively. So we have a certificate for a surgical guide.
Great, bro.
So you can take your CEREC data, your cone beam data, you can combine it together, have a surgical guide made. You can have a denture guide made if you want to do a fixed hybrid. Say that certificate will cover that as well. So all you got to do is you got to learn how to use your machine there. So no pressure. We can help you with that.
Are you baking your Seltra
We're doing polishing and baking. We do both. Depends on the case and the amount of reduction that we have. John can talk more about that. I think you're baking almost everything, aren't you?
We're actually hand polishing.
I haven't seen this
You're
yet.
hand polishing a lot of yours?
Digit.
Same here. We're hand
Yes.
polishing a lot, but we also bake as well. We have a Digit Power Impression Dispenser.
Pretty
It
cool.
helps impress
Put
Digit.
light volume here.
For the CEREC office, you know? Ooh, we need that.
Well,
So it's a
Or
lot
I
of
use this is a lot of like full arch implant
Yeah,
stuff.
so again, yeah. It's fantastic for your veneer cases, your full arch impression, that there. We have a Class 2.
I may or may not be a part of this.
The Class 2, hang tight, grab that other one up there.
Oh, sorry.
We have a Class 2 pack here that should have a Paladin ring and some bulk flow in there, shear fill bulk flow, some prime bonded lac, some enhanced cups, and some matrix bands in there as well. And then we also have aim right for Schick X-rays. I noticed that I was looking through your drawers and stuff. Okay, it says, I'm trying to find out.
Anything, did
No, but I found this chicken in the kitchen over there.
That's a great question.
Listen, it'll show in this thing. This thing's a little tight on me, okay? And then we have wonderful. We have a CCAT Air license for you.
This is
so
huge.
6 months. For 6 months, you'll be able to use CCAT Air to help make your digital sleep appliances using the Sirona workflow there. And then we also have a free
sleep
certificate for a sleep appliance. So that's there as well.
We'll talk about this one.
Yeah, and then we have some gifts from our friends at BioHorizons. I have some bone membrane, some implants there for you as well.
Thank you.
So that's there, and then we have
Last
some
but
3D
not least.
swags.
I should have brought my list, Juicy.
No,
Totally.
3D Dentist, the number one place for
lens
cone beam
wipes.
training, and soon to be a fantastic place for CEREC training as well.
And your
So
own T-bone.
everybody needs a T-bone
yeah.
speaks pop socket, man. A credit card holder, some other stuff. I don't even know what all that stuff is, to be quite honest with you.
We have
They
more
just
in the
keep
car.
buying it.
In
And
the
we have a
car.
lens. I don't know if you wear glasses or not, but
do.
we have a lens cloth.
Nice.
I did notice that you had some loops and stuff. I know everything in your office already, dude. Don't worry.
You do some,
When your team comes back Monday and things are missing, just call us. So,
No, I really appreciate it. It's so nice of you guys. Thank you.
yeah. Well, thank you. We
Thank
want to
you,
thank
Rich.
our friends at Dentsply Sirona and BioHorizons. Thank you.